blossoming. Blossoming, Sagittarius. I feel like this is a precursor to what's coming. I feel like blossoming is saying this is, you're opening up to new possibilities, opening up to new ideas, because this card often talks about not giving up on what you're looking for, not giving up on, you know, you don't care what other people think. Don't give up. You know, you've planned for this. Open and rise. You know, talks about not worrying about what other people think, or not worrying about what other people say. You know, live your life to the fullest. Live your life the way that you want to live it. And go from there. So I find this very interesting because coming into the read, okay, you have the Five of Swords as your current position. And the Five of Swords is a defeat, a dishonor, a victory. I feel like there's somebody who's trying to convince you of something that they're saying you're overreacting, or you didn't see that right, or that's not what that meant, or maybe you saw a text, or maybe you heard something, or somebody saw something, or maybe you feel a certain way and you're being told that you're overreacting. There's something here with this Five of Swords that they're saying trust your gut, Sagittarius, trust it. Because here with the blossoming, talking about not worrying about what other people say, or not thinking about what other people say, there's something going on with somebody who hasn't been honest with you, or people who are trying to convince you one way or another. But again, their integrity doesn't necessarily seem good here. And you're coming into the month feeling like you own it. The Ace of Wands is beauty and creativity and passion and energy. There's somebody who's like dampening your spirits. I don't know if there's an ex here who is, you know, just mad that you're not giving them another chance, or that you're not, you know, you're not believing the bullshit, because for whatever reason, whoever this is, they're telling me there is kind of an energy of pulling the wool over your eyes, but you see it very clearly. So it's kind of like, well, the joke's on you, to whoever this person is, because you're not budging. The Ace of Wands is saying you're full of energy. You're ready to make a move. You're ready to find, you know, to live your best life and do what you need to do. So there's some sort of success here. You have the Six of Wands in the past position, and the Six of Wands is success, it's achievement, it's pride, it's feeling good. And I want to say there's some sort of success over the past is what they're telling me, which tells me that you see things clearly. So however this person is trying to convince you, or whatever they're trying to tell you, that they're saying, so I cannot get this person out of my head who's going, Sagittarius, you know, you're crazy. You're not thinking this through. Maybe, you know, it could even be something as extreme as you were going to marry this person and you just decided, this is not what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. This doesn't feel right. And people are going, what are you doing? Or you're maybe the opposite. Maybe your parents are saying, you know, when are you going to get married? Or when am I going to have grandkids? There's just things coming at you in many directions with these cards right now, because even here, and we'll get to this more thoroughly in a minute, but you have the Five here too. And fives are chaos. Okay. They're right in between the beginning and the end of the minor arcana, right? And so there's chaos with the fives quite often. But this is saying you're overcoming something from your past. And I cannot help but feel that there's somebody out there who's just not been true. What they said was going to happen, where they said they wanted to go, they're just telling me lies, 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 or not being truthful. But you're going to figure that out, because the Justice card here is your immediate past, or the past few weeks, and it's almost like you've seen things very clearly, and you're not rushing into anybody, which almost makes sense, because there's this, somebody's tugging at you, Sagittarius, or they're going to be if they're not now. Somebody's coming back around, circling back around, but it's like you see what they have to offer, and it's almost like it's the same thing over and over, but you've made changes. You're ready to move on from this energy for the most part, because you're looking for marriage or longevity. The Justice card can often symbolize marriage. Now, it's also Libra's card, so you could be dealing with a Libra or have Libra placements in your chart, but this talks about slow your roll, contemplate everything very thoroughly, because what you see, you know, may actually be the reality. You know, looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's a duck. And a lot of you can see that. And boy, this person is persuasive. You may even have like their friends or their family members or people contacting you saying, but Sagittarius, they love you, but Sagittarius, we miss you, but Sagittarius, like, it's very heavy energy, but you're ready to move on from that. You're ready. You're looking for something to celebrate. So, I mean, there could be success coming in from the past. It's almost as if you're dealing with separate situations. You're dealing with somebody that you're currently connected with, and then somebody from the past who you're not connected with that you may be connecting with. You've got a lot of people showing up here, because then there's somebody new who's like on the precipice. There's somebody that you're going to be, you know, bumping into, or you're going to be talking to that's new, a new energy. So you have a lot going on here, Sagittarius, but nothing you can't handle. And in the end, it's going to be graceful, they're telling me, because you have the Three of Cups coming in your distant future. So over the next few months, and the Three of Cups is celebration. It's getting together. It's happy. It's feeling joy about something. So something to celebrate, something to look forward to, you know, something to really feel exonerated for, they're telling me. Now, even though these ladies look a little angry, this is the new deck. It's coming out the day that I believe that I'm posting these videos, June 15th. The deck, I believe, is available on the 15th, but a beautiful deck, The Beauty of Horror by Alan Roberts. So just letting you know, even though some of the pictures are interesting, I thought they were amazing cards. But like I'm saying, there's something here that's going to be worth celebrating coming up, Sagittarius. And you're just going to have to sift through a lot of bullshit, unfortunately, to get there, is what it feels like. Now, you have the Ten of Pentacles here, which tells me somebody, like, longevity is coming up. This is generational. The Ten of Pentacles this is forever. This is somebody that you're growing old with. This is somebody that you want to have, you know, the marriage with. You want to have the generations. This is building a lifetime together, and you're ready for it. So coming up in the next month or so, there's somebody new coming in, or somebody from the past that's going to be a successful return versus whatever this other situation is that's going on. Like I said, you have a lot going on, because then you have the Death card coming in, which is Scorpio's card. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio or Scorpio placements in your chart. Scorpio's shown up, I think, in every read I've done so far tonight. But the Death card, whether it's in the regular read or the extended, Scorpio's been showing up quite a bit. But the Death card talks about changes, transformation, rebirth. So I do feel like there's a rebirth with somebody, but maybe it's like a friend that you knew that you never dated, or a friend of a friend, or you get introduced to somebody again and you guys decide to take it to the next level, or there's something here with this person. Maybe you just knew them in another lifetime, but there's somebody here that I do feel like a rebirth is happening, but it's not whoever this chaos, like, you know, person who's trying to tell you what they think you want to hear, even though you smell bullshit on it. But there's big transformations, big changes. And it's interesting because these are lifetime achievements, like I said, with the Ten of Pentacles, the Death card, and then the Four of Wands coming up. This is somebody that it's a resting place. It's a first completion. You have the Nine of Cups here, which is how you're going to feel throughout the month. So here, this is tangible. These are changes you're going to make. But the Nine of Cups is bliss, pleasure, fulfillment. This is how you're going to feel throughout the month. So there's going to be this kind of speeding up or excelling type energy, they're telling me, where you're just feeling the momentum, the forward momentum of kind of leaving the whatever chaos you've been dealing with behind, or whoever's not telling you the truth. I mean, you could be dating right now and just find yourself dealing with a lot of people who, you know, don't say it like it is, or a lot of people who, you know, you find them on 20 different dating sites and you're just kind of like, no, because they're telling me you're sifting through something. You're sifting through a lot of mud. You're sifting through a lot of just kind of chaos. Because then the next card you have here is your hopes and fears. And you have the Five of Wands. Like I said, fives are very chaotic. And they're in the middle of the minor arcana suits, which means they're on the precipice of your vibrations raising, right? And so the Five of Wands is chaos, it's priorities, and it's competition. And that's why I said, you know, Sagittarius, you have a lot going on. You've got people from all different directions, and I feel like it's anything from nagging friends and family members who want attention of some sort, you know, an ex-lover, you know, maybe an ex-lover or two, somebody new coming in, and then possibly somebody from the past that maybe you weren't connected with on a romantic level that you will be. So you have a lot, like I said, to sift through with this Five of Wands. Competition for your time and attention, and you trying to hang on to your priorities and keep things still all the while this is kind of going on around you. Because then you come to the Four of Wands, which is your outcome card, which is beautiful. The Four of Wands is a resting place. This is moving in together. This is a committed relationship. So out of all of the turmoil and craziness and chaos comes a first completion, a resting place again that, you know, you can hang your hat. And it's interesting because the Four of Wands in a lot of decks have the Four Wands like that, and then you know, the flowers kind of almost like walking through for, you know, a marriage of some sort. So for some of you, you know, you're really marriage minded. Like I said, justice can represent that as well. Justice of the peace. You know, the scales tipping towards that energy. So Sagittarius, you have some things to figure out here. There's some craziness, some chaos that you're going to be wanting to put time and energy into figuring out. But don't let anybody else, you know, sway you. This is you saying, you know, I'll do what I want, thank you. I'll do what I please, thank you. I'm blossoming into the person I want to be, and you're removing situations from your life that don't work out. But I mean, you have a lot of people who want your attention, a lot of people who, you know, are, and then somebody who's just nagging at me. They will not, it's like this person keeps popping up, and maybe, you know, you won't talk to this person for 6 months, and then all of a sudden you're like, whew, they're finally got, and then the minute, and then there they are. Or you're going to watch this read and be like, thanks a lot, Dark Dove. Fuck, this person just called me, or they just text me and I haven't heard from them in, you know, a year, or whatever the case may be. So very interesting here. You have, you have a lot of people to deal with, but in the end, it's going to be something to celebrate. It's going to be something beautiful. There's going to be a first completion. Like I said, I feel like that's a commitment of some sort. And this is a lifelong partner. That's really, truly what you're looking for, is somebody to go to the distance with. But then here comes Frog Spirit, renewal. Very interesting. So like I said, there's a renewed energy here, and I do feel like it's a friend of some sort, or maybe somebody in the past you thought was, you know, attractive, and you guys reconnect. But I don't get the sense it's somebody you were romantic with. I get the sense that the person you were romantic with is giving you a headache, and you may need to take, you know, some ibuprofen. But there's some renewed, but this could also just be renewed spirit, that you're meeting somebody new and you're moving on to, you know, this new life, and kind of removing the chaos from your presence so that you can move forward. And that may just be closing some doors and shutting some connections off that no longer work, in order to find, you know, the lifelong connection you're looking for. All right, Sag.